Major decision in America's migrant crisis. A federal judge has ruled that Texas Governor Greg Abbott must remove a floating barrier from the Rio Grande for now, calling it a safety threat. The barrier, as you see there, a line of bright orange buoys stretching about 1,000 feet, is meant to deter immigration. But the judge says there is no evidence it has done that. This decision comes after a lawsuit from the Biden administration. In a statement, Governor Abbott says this: Texas is prepared to take this fight all the way to the US Supreme Court.
And it may.
Yes, the place where we decide voting rights and whether I can put razor wire on buoys in the Rio Grande River. Just like so ridiculous. And so at least there's a small win, and this did come on the back of the Biden administration taking Greg Abbott to court over the decision to put these buoys there. Now they have to be removed. Again, they have claimed lives. This is from earlier in August, but Mexico recovered 2 bodies from the Rio Grande, one found near a floating barrier that Texas has installed. So again, there were razor wire in between these things. And not only, this is in addition to the people who die having drowned trying to cross the Rio Grande. So there's a photo of them. You see that sort of razor wire in the middle. However, sorry, just a little bit more on this actual case. The Judge Ezra heard these arguments last month, during which the Justice Department focused on its claim that barriers violated federal law, but also on the buoy's role in fraying relations with Mexico, which has voiced concern with inhumane barriers and claimed that they reside in part on the country's territory. Yeah, that's incredibly important. And a little bit of clapback from Mexico, and specifically the governor of Tijuana. This is what that governor erected on the Mexico side of the US border, Mexico border.
Mexico has a Cold War era message for the United States and its border wall. The Mexican government has just put up a slab of the Berlin Wall in Tijuana, steps from the US-Mexico border. In text below the relic, Tijuana's mayor writes, quote, "May this be a lesson to build a society that knocks down walls and builds bridges."
There we go. Builds bridges and knocks down walls. If only, Adrienne, but quite an FU to put a piece of the Berlin Wall there. Damn.
That is just absolutely absurd. I'm really happy that this ruling came into place. You know, they were seeking the emergency injunction in terms of ensuring that the barrier would be removed while the case goes through. And this judge made the right decision. I know this was a Reagan era judge, and I'd like to think that they're less inclined to put up with Texas's nonsense, unlike a Trump appointed judge. So seeing these results come through so swiftly, given the reports we've heard of people being hurt by the barriers, I think it's just such a wise move, especially because Texas should not be encroaching on the federal government's territory in terms of international relations and border protection.
Absolutely, and you know, Reagan was a lot of terrible things. In fact, most terrible things. But somehow, when it came to immigration and asylum seeking, was to the left of this current Republican Party. And yet, they'd never want to remember that part about Reagan or George Bush Sr. or anything like that. That there were more progressive policies back in those days, better worker programs to come safely into the country and be able to leave, and less death. I mean, that's effectively what those buoys are, is we want death. We want to be worse than the drug cartels. Interestingly, though, those buoys also face another challenge, and that's going to be, that was brought actually in July by a Texas canoe and kayaking company that was like, hey, what gives? We're trying to rent kayaks and canoes. And so, yeah, look, I mean, I want to live in a future, I don't know if I'll see it, but where the US-Mexico border is a place where people enjoy, kayak, it could actually be a beautiful place. Instead, it is a place of where people who are forgotten, people are homeless, people are addicts, people are deported, people are left to die. Does it have to be that way?
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.